This video is being posted for the sake of those who have been slandered by populists. I have uploaded this Falcon General video at the request of Corporal Cat. This video was published on August 8th, 2021.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hi. So today, I came here to make this video after I thought I was going to be on vacation. Well, turns out that didn't go so well. So, literally, I had to wake up on Thursday or something listening to this bullshit called the MRN Network are harborers of abusers or some bullshit from Connor Gillis herself. Alright. Saying all this type of shit about my network, about the network I'm in, that she used to be a part of. So, literally, she misunderstood a whole situation. Not really misunderstood, blew it out of proportion. And the situation that happened, she actually started it. So, to give you a bit of a backstory, so she's talking about my friend, the Stone Soviet. She's talking about him by mentioning this, saying that he abused her in our private Skype chat. So, literally, she forgets to mention the full context, which is that literally it first started when I was posting propaganda, which was Mao's propaganda I had on my phone. Then Maxwell, because Maxwell felt like he should intervene in it. Because Maxwell was like, first, like, we need to stop this anti-China garbage or something like that, or dog shit, if we're supposed to get people on our side. Okay. And basically, then we started criticizing him. And then after we criticized him, Maxwell came to an understanding. And then we were moving on to another topic. Then Connor came into the situation, provoked Stone, while we were moving on to a different subject, and started attacking him on his intelligence, even though my friend is mentally disabled. So she starts attacking him. And then, literally, they start throwing insults back and forth at each other, where Stone calls her a cunt, and Connor calls him a sexist and racist, and then Stone mentions Han colonialism or Han chauvinism, and then basically then claims that Stone's a racist, and then they start going back and forth. She leaves. Then after that, an hour or maybe 30 minutes, Stone gets suspended from the MRN network, and we thought basically it was gonna settle down, and basically then she goes out saying we are defenders of abusers, attacks my friends, says literally that me and Dark Sinovia and Maxwell are on her side, and said Maxwell was leaving the group or disaffiliating, which was not true because I talked to Maxwell that same day that happened. Next, literally, then claimed the Jewish labor boon also left them. No, not true. Also claimed that Net was going to make a video in solidarity with her, for her. Not true. After I actually found out you were dragging my friend's name on the mud, down in the clearly dragging his name through the mud. And literally, Net didn't know about this until I had to inform him. I had to be the messenger. And you're the one who had to start this. And also, next, claiming she's still has solidarity for me after she misconstrued my words, lied to me on multiple occasions. Sorry. For a second there, I had to pause it. But, okay, back to it. So I mentioned, she lied to me on multiple occasions, pretended to be my friend, and then I found out she was a total fake. And literally, how I also found that out is when a Welsh friend gave us this document. And oh, did I not find out that Connor was a liar? A huge one at that. And more than just one fucking liar. This is worse than the B-level situation that fucking happened. So, literally. And also, this was also a failure on the MRN network on our part too, when we found this out. That's the other thing. She lied about my work, basically lied where I stood on this whole situation, which was fucking bullshit. That was a total fucking lie. You literally lied about where I stood on this whole situation, misconstrued my words when I was trying to basically check up on you if you were fucking okay. That's all I fucking did. Not say, I'm on your side of this, or have your back on this situation. No, I said, hey, sorry about what happened. Just to check up on you. Dark Zenobia. Also, he said this. He only talked to you to give you the benefit of the doubt and felt sorry for you after what fucking happened and the whole situation that unfolded. Then you said the MRN network did nothing about it when we had to suspend Stone for 2 days until this whole situation happened. And you claim Jason did nothing about it? He literally said after you left the chat 2 hours ago, after you left and Stone was suspended, that sexism is not allowed. But you call him a pig. Okay. And then you make fun of my friends who wear black bloc like the Angles is, when literally they wear black bloc to hide their identities for their own fucking safety of themselves and their family. That's what they do it for. But no. So, then we find out that she stole money from a person from the third world, a man who needed money from Sierra Leone, who was suffering in a life or death situation in Sierra Leone. And then I find out that she's also a fucking abuser, where she sexually abused her former partner and threatened to shoot a person of color. I find this out. I thought Connor was a friend. I really did. I really thought she was. But it turns out she was a fucking liar this whole fucking time. And that's what fucking hurts. That's what fucking hurts. So, I will read this document for you guys right now. Oh god, it's hard for me to even make this fucking video. Shit. Okay, you could do it. Justice for Mohammed Silhal. The Justice for Mohammed Solidarity Committee. We are now forced to issue a public statement denouncing the lack or lack thereof of the party, the PCUSA, to the theft of money from Mohammed Silha, a citizen of Sierra Leone, Africa, at the hands of one of their members, Connor Gillis. This was money that an extreme impoverished person needed to feed himself and his family. This instance of misconduct is the most extreme, but by no means the first. We demand immediate action against this swindler, and this was in 2020. This was also a failure on our part, and we didn't know this until now. She could have thought that we were going to come in here with all these screenshots about the whole conversation. Oh yeah, you didn't see this coming. Testimonial. So, as Muhammad said as his testimony, life is so hard in Africa. It's been 3 days since me and my grandmother ate enough food. With this, it makes me hopeless and discouraged about life because I receive lots of messages from friends that they could not help. Then I message a friend named Sean Dillon. He lives in the US, and another way to seek into my situation. The help he agreed, and he helped and agreed and asked me for a PayPal, but unfortunately in my country you can't send it through PayPal, but you can send, but you can't receive. Firstly, I contacted Tracy to help, but she doesn't have a PayPal. With this situation, I was really confused. Then I remember a friend named Connor who helped me with a birthday gift. I messaged her and explained the whole situation. She agreed to help me with her PayPal email. After some minutes, Connor messaged me and I asked if man have sent it. If the man had sent it. With this, I was suspicious that she want to steal my money. Definitely, Sean messaged me that he sent $110 to Connor's PayPal, and I was so happy when I received this message because I believe that will serve us for long. I tried to message Connor, but unfortunately she has blocked me. I was in tears when I see this because there is no hope again to help me with my food and struggling situation. Wow. I have to find this out. And then she wants to talk about my friends being racist or talk down to people in the global south when she fucking stole money from somebody who is suffering in the global south. And then she wants to talk like she is a representative for the global south when she is not. They can speak for themselves. Not you, Connor. The background. Muhammad has been my online friend for a few years. I'm gonna get a few pillows to help with my back posture. Because I was supposed to be on vacation. I'm not gonna lie. When I am able, I've been helping him out financially. When I am able, he lives in a desperate poverty in a small village in the Sierra Leonean countryside, where he has little access to the essentials needed to live. Many nights, he and his family go to bed hungry. Malnourishment and poverty has taken a great toll on his physical and emotional well-being. His only hope of survival is relying on the kindness of online friends abroad. For someone to break this trust is extremely hurtful. This all started in 2019 on August. Why does everything always have to happen on my fucking birthday month? Why? But when Muhammad needed money to be transferred to him via Western Union from an American friend named Sean Dillon, citizens of Sierra Leone cannot accept PayPal payments, so they must rely on services like the Western Union to receive money. Unfortunately, I have experienced firsthand in the past the Western Union often blocks payments, transfers to countries in Africa as a countermeasure against money laundering, scams, and anything that might be perceived as suspicious. This harsh policy collectively punishes many people like Muhammad who are not in any way violating their terms of service or rely on donations from people abroad to survive. Sean Dillon was blocked for using the Western Union and needed a go-between to send money to Sierra Leone. Connor had sent a small birthday gift of $15 to $20 to Muhammad in the past, so without other options, thinking he could trust her, Muhammad reached out to Connor and asked if she could accept the money via Sean's PayPal and then forward it to him. Connor agreed. Immediately after Connor received the money from Sean, she blocked Muhammad on Facebook. After this, Muhammad messaged me to tell me about it and sent me screenshots. This infuriated me. I made a post about the situation soon after. Somehow, Connor's Facebook friends and members of her own group chat. Let me check something. Okay, the battery's good. On her own Facebook group chat, reached out to her and to question her. Her response were overly hostile and outrageous, making it clear that there was indeed wrongdoing on her part. She insulted anyone who asked her about it and told them to self-crit and blamed the whole situation on me, accusing me of making up lies to get back at her after I ended our relationship. I would like to know, how is that even possible when Muhammad approached me first, informing me of Connor's wrongdoings? A heated exchange ensued when Connor's own friends within her group chat asked about the situation, only to be blatantly lied to and gaslit. She wants to talk about how we gaslit her, lied to her, when she did the same fucking shit to us and others. Connor repeatedly contradicts herself about what had happened, only returned with some of the money when she was caught in the lie and realized that she had admitted out loud to keeping Sean's money. She claimed that Sean sent the money meant for Muhammad and revoked the payment, but she failed to provide any evidence thus far of supposed failed transaction, which would be very easy to do and put this whole thing to rest and prove her innocence. Instead, she chose to double down on her lies and insult a person of color for asking for proof. The obvious question here, if Connor was supposedly scammed by Sean, why block Muhammad? Why not message Muhammad and inform him of what had happened? If what Connor is saying is true, shouldn't she make Muhammad aware of that the one his trusted context is a scammer and to no longer rely on him, especially in life or death matters, such as access to food? The whole explanation given by Connor is contradictory and makes no sense, and her actions don't reflect on those of someone who is innocent. The party's response. After this, I reached out to several members within the PCUSA. Excuse me. Within the PCUSA, both through private messages. When that failed to yield any results, any public online space that they recruited from, I got excuse after excuse until they admitted that they didn't really care, saying it wasn't their problem, that Connor acted individually, not on behalf of the party, that they have more important things to worry about, and that I should stay out of their hair and leave them alone. As of writing, it has been 6 months since the theft occurred. Connor has faced no disciplinary measures or even a trial to review the evidence against her. They attributed the slow response to democratic centralism and the typical party bureaucracy. But it is clear that this is a deliberate cover-up. Since all this occurred, she was promoted as a chairperson of her local club, and any party members who spoke out against her for answers were scolded for bringing public attention to private party matters. So now, Connor's response. Let me check my battery. Connor has responded to the situation by sending hostile DMs and voice messages, and immediately blocking anyone who questions her over the theft. She is not only guilty of stealing from colonized people, but also threatening to shoot a person of color for asking for an investigation into the theft and spread of defamatory statements. And later on in this document, I will show the screenshots, where basically it talks about her threatening to shoot somebody who is a person of color, and spread defamatory statements about me and others for bringing this matter to the attention of the public. She is falsely accusing me of abuse and rape. This is not the only one. She also did that. She also accused my friends of basically abuse. Wow. She wants to talk about how she's a victim when that's bullshit. And she wants to talk about how she's also as somebody who dealt with trauma. I have to deal with it more than she has ever has. I deal with transphobia. I deal with racism every fucking day. And people celebrating my people being genocided off the fucking continent. Do you know how that feels? No, because she is white. I have to deal with social anxiety. I also had to deal with ableism. I also had to deal with autism. That's the other thing. Next, she also claims that she's lumpen, when she was a fucking English teacher in China, a member of the petty bourgeoisie. Wow. And now, more and more people are attempting to hold her accountable and demand answers. These are not the actions of someone who is innocent of wrongdoing, but someone who is panicking to get attention off of herself and shift it onto others, as well as intimidate people into silence. Oh, but then she released a live stream just today, on Sunday, talking about silence is approval of abuse. Well, your friends were silent about the abuse you did to former partners of yours. Your friends are also silent over basically stealing money from a person of color, or also you threatening to shoot somebody who is a person of color, asking for an investigation. Do you not see how hypocritical that is? Do you not see how she's bullshitting you? But also, it demonstrates her complete lack of understanding and racism towards people of color, aside from the obvious racial dynamics making death threats is seriously a legal offense. Completely dangerous and irresponsible. She did that while acting as a moderator for the Texas PCUSA Facebook page in retaliation to the comments made by the person of color on the page requesting for an investigation onto her behavior. A danger to the left. This is by no means the only instance of wrongdoing. She has continually behaved in an unethical manner, leverages her social and political capital to prey on the marginalized and oppressed peoples on online activists, aggressively recruits for her party by harassing uninterested people, and endangers her own comrades by associating their party's name with the Weather Underground through her so-called community defense group on her Facebook page. Aside from that, she behaves in a very hostile manner online, and this is an overall embarrassment and poor representative of her party. This is when she was in the PCUSA. Now she's in the CPUSA. No wonder why she fits right in. It was admitted by her own party members that she has a history of misconduct, and others besides me having to come to them with the complaints of what more will it take for them to finally take action. I don't think that's possible for anyone to be that big of an asset to a party that they would overlook all of this. This all is very fishy and reeks of corruption. An abuser and a creep. Rape and abuse is a serious matter, making false allegations to dodge accountability. Because here's the other thing. Connor now wants to make herself look like somebody who holds people accountable, but she doesn't. She has not taken accountability for the actions she has fucking done. And this is Connor Gillis, who you guys are supporting. Wow. Y'all really need to self-reflect on yourselves. Which I had to do. An accountability process is beyond evil and a counter-revolutionary measure insensitive to the true survivors of this is especially disturbing to me since I am a survivor of sexual assault. Connor was the one who sexually violated me on one occasion, grabbing my breasts without my consent when I was heavily intoxicated and I was mid-sentence in a conversation with her, and then I had repeatedly turned down sexual contact. Within that hour I was speaking, she squeezed my breasts out of nowhere, and then I got angry and turned off the lamp in our room, and I got into my bed. I told her I had enough and I was going to sleep. She proceeded to go to the bathroom in our hotel room and then pretend to vomit and have an anxiety attack to manipulate me and make me feel sorry for her. But it didn't work. Later, she curled up next to me on the bed and apologized for what she did. But I still felt betrayed and violated and like a sex object. After finding this out, I was fucking shocked and appalled. I was shocked. And I started literally breaking down. Wow. Literally. Wow. I can't believe I was friends with somebody like this. I can't believe it. I felt like Connor didn't care about anything I had to say. This individual assaulted and abused me, and had the nerve to falsely accuse me of raping her. Disgusting and despicable. 4 months after I broke up with her, after finding out she was cheating on me, she reached out to my organization asking to work together. This infuriated me and my comrades, and it re-traumatized me and put me in a really bad headspace. When I was in the process of healing from the trauma she inflicted on me, the circumstances behind how we ended up together was really regrettable. She found me through a left book group and messaged me and added me. Within only 2 minutes after talking to me, she immediately asked if I was single without even knowing what I even looked like or anything about me. She repeatedly badgered me to video call her, and I told her that I was busy cooking and for her to wait. At the time, it raised several red flags, but I was flattered and overlooked it. Now I wish I listened to my gut. Others have also come forward and informed me about her predatory behavior. She is a sexual opportunist who uses flirtation to manipulate people who are lonely and lack self-confidence and are desperate for acceptance and camaraderie. My final thoughts. This whole situation has infuriated me and made me lose a lot of faith in this world and the first world left. White leftists will go to any extent to cover up for their crimes of other whites, even if a hungry person in the third world is deprived of food. Time and time again, PCUSA cadre, the most notably Soros, has hidden behind a socialist terminology jargon and the party procedure to excuse and lack of action of being taken. If you are a part of this supposed revolutionary organization, your actions do reflect your organization. As a Marxist-Leninist, it is absolutely your duty to stand against racist colonial aggression, no matter the circumstance. The silence is deafening, and the oppressed masses of the world can't count on you. Everyone who has acted as an accomplice to this act of injustice must be held accountable. Party purges are a thing for a reason. Use them if you can't punish them for blatant theft. Your party has zero discipline, and it can't punish theft from extremely disputed person. It has no unity with the workers. Their demands: immediate expulsion of Connor Gillis, disciplining measures against all accomplices who helped cover up this scandal, a letter of apology from Muhammad from the PCUSA, a public self-criticism of how the situation was greatly handled, greater transparency on matters concerning wrongdoing and committing against non-party members, a renewal and strengthened commitment to assist people and nations with a legacy of colonialism and amplifying their voices and supporting them through monetary reparations and other means. A more straightforward and streamlined process of dealing with party conduct. Here are the receipts. This happened on August 12, 2019. Oh, wow. Glad that you at work again. Connor is really a bad person. Yes, she is. Did she do something to you? Oh, yes. She stole my money. Wow, how did it happen? She stole from my father, too. And I warned you that she is bad. Oh, yeah. I failed to realize that, and I had to pay for it. Did you ask her to transfer money from a friend or something? Yes, I asked her to transfer money from a friend. $110. That's horrible, and I'm sorry she did that to you. She doesn't have a job now and doesn't want to work for her money. Only steals from people that live off of them. OMG, I'm putting her on blast. Yes, I'm really sad now. That's big money to me. Blast. They didn't know what blast is. Put someone on blast, it means you expose them to the world. Oh, okay. Are you going to post it in your wall? Yes. Okay. A poor boy like me. And he still do that to me. Yes, she is evil. Oh, yes. Connor blocked Muhammad immediately after receiving the payment. So, hello. How are you? Good. Good. Can I get your PayPal? One of my friends want to help me. And then Connor sends her email and her PayPal. And then will he send? I have sent him your email. Send the link. 1 second. Okay. After he sent it, you will be able to forward it to the Western Union. And then question mark. And then after that, block. The confrontation. This is Connor Gillis. Right here. I have fucking receipts, sweetie. Comrade. Oh, please. They are scammers. Prove it then. I'm waiting. I have plenty of proof. But I am taking it to financial appeals. And I don't want to deal with people like you who act high and mighty when they know nothing. You can fuck off. Send it if you have it. You need to self-crit, my dude. I'm still waiting on the proof. Question. Well, and then another Facebook group. Because they are, they negative charge on my account based on the past transactions. Look. And then a negative balance on her PayPal of $120 after they took it out. Who they? After I got back to Sean Dillon, George Barr stole from me. He wants if he wants the 50 back, I'll give it back, and I want an apology. So Sean Dillon PayPal'd you $50, which you transferred to a bank, and then somehow he withdrew $120 from your PayPal against your will, which returned to you, but also you ended up with his $50 meant for Muhammad? You think that makes sense? And then she said, yes, it makes sense. Oh God, help. This is funny. It's a very serious thing. A member of the Vanguard to the credibility of accusing people of cheating somebody out of money. Even if Sean is a character of somehow in the wrong, you ended up with his money. Even if he owes you an apology, you have his money, and you're the only one in the situation that's not in the red here? You realize how that looks, right? How is his apology worth you stealing $50 from him? Question mark. The most political thing to do is return it quickly as possible and self-criticize. Sure. You ended up with more money in this situation than anyone else. It looks more like Sean and Muhammad lost out on the most by your own admission. Sean's donation is in your pocket and you want to be apologized to for that? No, I haven't. I gained no money. And then said done. And then I had to give more of my money I owed in the past. An apology from Sean for stealing from my PayPal. It already was sent back anyways. How was PayPal fixed continent on his apology? I was salty. I was stolen from. I calmed down. So literally, you pocketed his money. You didn't return it until you realize you said it out loud. Isn't that convenient? It's Sean Dillon that revoked the money. Then why not Mo? I had appealed with PayPal with $120. Now I know Mo, not the Western folks on PayPal. It literally went against your own bank account right here, and you use the evidence. And then somebody else. I didn't get screens of anything else. I got too sucked into the convo before I ran out and left, and then she was starting to make sense, which speaks to just how good she is at excuse sufficient manipulation, because here she told me she was literally holding this guy's money hostage, and somehow I'm starting to think that she didn't do this when I have a full on confession already. That's scary as hell. Not worth engaging further. If he wants $50 back, the 50 back, I'll give it back, but I want an apology. I would love to know if Sean Dillon gets back with the money after all this, but I would like to note that Connor herself admitted she had it in the first place and was threatening to keep it away, only gave it back after she was caught. A dismissive attitude by a cadre. My party's behavior has been impeccable to the actions of one person, are not the actions of the entire party. This should be obvious, and any real communist, we are not a collective, not a group of individuals, unless collective action on it. It is not an action of the party. Charles responded to them, sure, but it has not, if it hasn't been discussed before, the party has no obligation to keep them up to date or informed on the inner matters of the party. It is a courtesy. You have no idea what goes within our party, neither do they. Just because a response was not given, which again we have no obligation to give, doesn't mean nothing is being done. Yeah, I know all about that shit. Has nothing to do with the party, and her actions were in no way connected to the party. If the claims are true, then will it be dealt with within the party? But I will not break party policy and discuss any of this further in the public forum. You mustn't have ever been in a party. You don't just snap your fingers and everything happens. There are protocols that need to be followed, whether we like it or not. I have seen all the evidence against her, and I was in the chat with Safrina while it was happening. And then here's her threatening to shoot a POC for requesting an investigation. The fuck is your problem, dweeb? Do I have to fuck you up? LOL, you are? Mention me again and I will end your life. Your pathetic life. Try me, pussy. You don't know me? Spending too much time with abusers. Good luck, bruh. You prefer a Glock or a rugger? Come over, I dare you. I prefer not robbing Africans. Wow. Experience of an ex-party member attempting to resolve the issue. So, I'm going to share my experiences within the PCUSA as a colonizer-led org who has repeatedly offloaded and dismissed the actions of Connor Gillis, who stole from a comrade named Muhammad, who lives in poverty in Sierra Leone. I brought the actions, has admitted they retracted theft to the attention of lead organizers like Mike Anderson and others. to have it repeatedly dismissed and even told that I need to self-crit for bringing public attention to what was an internal party matter. The PCUSA has failed to address the issue and dismiss the strains of colonial aggression associated with such actions, even move to protect Connor's actions and push a line that it's an internal party issue, that there are more important issues. Predatory behavior and harassment of others while representing the PCUSA. So she's been trying to get in my pants. Tracy, Gabriella, yes. She's even persisted, though I told her earlier that my relationship isn't open at the moment. Probably going to block her, probably not going to join the PCUSA. Lots of things ruined tonight. Sexual opportunism and recruitment for the PCUSA. Hello, we are a community defense group in Texas. I would like if we can discuss further in this. Are y'all interested? Reaching out to my organization months after I block her. Dealt with this person flying off the rails last week, including voice messages over something completely silly, then were factually incorrect, ignoring thousands of years of non-white history, and I was told somehow I was pro-deaf and hampering human progress. Who's this, Connor? And they said yes. I was terrified. She gave me money so I can eat because the state decided to not tell me that it was time to renew my food stamps. I blocked her. She would also message me about out of the blue at weird hours and barely depree words that I was only able to read because my experience rooming with perpetual stoners and frequent drinkers kept pressuring me to join her party when I made it apparently clear that I'm happy in the PSL. Oof. Carelessness and endangering others. Community Defense Group of South Central Texas. And then militant in the group shows up that leftists also carry firearms. Fascists are shaking in their jackboots. All lacy. Okay, comrade. Lacy. No. What happens, sis? Can pay for rent or stewed. My Glock was stolen. I feel worthless. Community Defense Group for South of Central Texas. We are rebranding as successors of our Weather Underground organization. We learned from the past failures of ultra-leftism and left adventurism that we are not a party. We defer to the role of a vanguard party in America, to the Party of Communist USA. Our main objective is to serve the people, build a community defense and solidarity to bring class consciousness to the masses, and fight the American imperialist machine. Associating with the PCUSA with an extremist group of firearms related activity against the party's policy. It's amazing how many left-book cultists follow the lies and narcissistic abuser of mine, and Herb made up bullshit about me in the face of evidence of her lies that they harass mentally ill trans women anyway. People wonder why we will claim we are victims of this shit as a trans woman. Well, here it is. Connor Gillis. Connor O'Neill Shellen, you are spending time with my rapist, I see. Connor O'Neill Skellen. Connor, huh? Mohammed seems to have a different story. Good to know. You hang out with rapists, making false accusations and hiding behind the trans community to avoid accountability. Wow. I had to find this out. Literally. I find this out. All of it. Literally. This is disgusting. I find this out of somebody who I thought was a friend of mine. Literally. You hide behind the trans community to avoid accountability. You sexually assaulted somebody and also try to get into other people's pantses for sexual opportunism. You stole money from a person from the third world. 5. You also threatened to shoot a person of color, asking for investigation, then lie about you being associated with the Weather Underground, and basically do all this shit fuckery. Then 6, you accuse somebody. Oh wait, then 7, you also claim that make defamatory accusations against this person, saying they are a rapist and that they raped you. Then next, you fake an anxiety attack to just get sympathy so you can get into that person's pants after they refuse. Then, out of nowhere, you literally raised red flags and actually got somebody to become literally one of your partners, your sexual partners. 10. Next, you claim my friends are abusers with no evidence. You have shown none. Then, 12. Then 11. Pretend to be a victim of abuse when that's fucking bullshit. Then make fun of people who are literally dying out here in the real world. 13. You do this while Gonzalez have attacked us in fucking Arizona, which puts us in fucking danger, which puts my fucking friends in danger in the Jewish Labor Boom and PSFM and the Arizona Rebellion, then lie about where me, Maxwell, and Dark Zenovia stand on this whole situation, then also claim that then 15, also claimed that the PSFM is on your side and the Arizona Rebellion are in your side and that the Jewish Labor Boom have left, when that is not fucking true. 15 lies. And also there is more that I just found out from somebody called Marxist Paul. And don't worry, what's next? I am coming in contact with these victims of your conduct. And also, you really do fit right in with the Communist Party of USA. You really do. You guys deserve each other. As somebody who I thought was my fucking friend, turns out you were a liar this whole fucking time. And that you did this shit. This is also a failure on our part to find out this shit sooner, before we even let you in as a member. And then you claim support from people who are not even on your side of this whole thing, and who never claim to pick any side. That's all I have to say for now. I will update you guys sooner or later on this whole situation. Fucking bye.